What's good, y'all? I have nowhere to put my phone. Maybe this like big ass pipe. I'm at the end of my dog park. It's weird because it goes down like hundreds of feet that way, and I came all the way back here so I can record. It's gonna get dark very soon, so I just want to explain myself. I'm gonna sit on top of this big metal thing. I've been gone for a while. I haven't made a video in a long time. I just want to explain to y'all why, because something bad actually kind of happened, but I don't really want to like cry. I'm not gonna cry about it like, oh, whatever. 2 months ago, on January 3rd, I broke my leg. I vividly, well, kind of vividly, but it was still a blur because it was like scary. I broke my leg. I wasn't fighting wars. I wasn't fighting somebody. I wasn't jumping off a building. I didn't trip over something, but I tripped over nothing. I'll explain it. So I was in the gym, right? I was in the gym. I'm pretty sure it was a leg day too, so I think I like cursed myself. Had a pretty good workout. I was working out with my good friend Josh. If you're watching this, shout out to you. And I remember I was running on the treadmill. The treadmill could go up to 12 miles an hour. I had went on the treadmill and it was too slow. Even at 12 miles an hour, I was fucking running on that thing like it was a breeze. I was still getting tired, but it was still too slow for me, right? At least that's how I felt. I go outside and I start sprinting, right? I get a few laps down and back. Well, it's good to mention that I was gonna try out for track the next day. Tryouts was on January 4th, so I was probably gonna sprint anyway. So I started running back and forth, doing laps, running back and forth on this long sidewalk that's right next to my apartment. So I go inside after my workout, throw down my jacket, start sprinting, and then just out of nowhere, like, I tripped and I like hyperextended my leg. Right? I kind of have to stand up and demonstrate it because it's kind of weird. But basically, I was in like a starting position like this, right? Like, you know, whenever they have the guy with the gun, they're waiting to go, and he's like, go, and they start running. I was in that position, right? I was down here, and then I started running. Like, I boosted off, like, really fast, and then I fell, right? I was running way too fast. I was running faster than that fucking treadmill, I swear. I fell forward. My left leg came in front to catch me, right? But then it went like I like jammed my leg into the ground, like, you know when you catch in a basketball and you jam it? Like, that's exactly how it felt. But this was like 10 times worse on my leg. So if you want to know what bone I broke, I probably should have said. That's why the title says I broke my leg, but you see me walking, so it's kind of confusing. It's kind of weird, right? I was on the floor like this, like my legs are like that. I sat on the ground for about like 30 minutes waiting for the paramedics to come, right? There's a group of people surrounding me. It all started from this random old guy. I was on the floor, right? And I was by myself. It was just me and this bottle of water. And I didn't even have my phone on me. I didn't even know it was broken. I was hoping that I just like popped something or whatever. I just knew something was wrong. I didn't even know I broke it. Y'all cannot see my face right now, can't y'all? Let me try this. Oh yeah, street light helps. So yeah, I didn't even know it was broken. I was by myself. I called this random white guy over, and he was like, oh, what happened to you? What happened to your leg? Oh, let me call 911. Let me call 911, right? So he was fumbling with his phone. He accidentally disconnected like 1 or 2 times, but he eventually got through to them. They said they would come. No, some of my friends come over and they're like, all right, yeah, we're gonna go to your house. We're gonna go get your parents. So like, it just built up. There are just constant people around me. And it took like 30 minutes for the paramedics to come, and oh my god, that shit hurt when they put me on the stretcher, bro. Let me tell you about it. They ran over here, they got the stretcher, they got the stuff, they started like hooking machines up to me, started asking me questions, get to know me, told them a little bit about myself. I'll tell them what I was doing, sprinting, whatever. Then they had to pick me up, put me on the stretcher. That shit hurt so bad because it's like my bone, like, here's my leg, right? And my bone snapped like this. So like my bone was kind of doing this. Like, my bone was pushing out on my leg. So while my leg was like this, my bone was pushing up. So it was like pushing my skin kind of. And fucking 10 out of 10, infinity out of 10. Worst pain I've ever had in my life. You never want to experience it. I do not care if you, oh, I got stung by a wasp. Shut up. Have you ever broken your leg? Exactly. They moved me a lot the first day. This was all January 3rd. I went from making goofy faces at school to being in a fucking hospital, right? So they take me to the ER. They put me on a bed, right? And then as soon as they put me on that bed, they have to move me off the bed onto another fucking bed just to weigh me for a second and then put me back on the same bed. They moved me like 3 times in like the same 10 minutes, right? So it kind of hurt. This random guy came in. He was apparently one of the surgeons, and he was like, he did like the shit in the movies, but like not as dramatic. But he was like moving my leg. He was like, "All right, does it hurt when I do this?" And I was like, "Oh fuck, bro, stop moving it, bro." Okay, he was like, "Oh, it's fine, it's fine." Okay, what happens? What happens when I move it like this? Okay, not dramatic, but like he did that. It hurt pretty bad. They had to take me for my X-rays. It was bad. It was bad. It was a lot. I was in the hospital for about 2 days. I sat in bed the whole time. Obviously, I couldn't walk. I had to like piss in a bottle. Like, the bottle was weird. It was like angled, so like I think you get the I think you know what peeing in a bottle is like. They cooked me like 3 tacos for breakfast and like a they cooked me a shit ton of food for breakfast. The hospital food, right? The shit was busting. I can only take like 3 bites of it because I was not hungry at all. I was just like, I want to get this leg fixed. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to walk again. Of course I can walk again. I'm on like 10 weeks of healing. And then the very next day, I went into surgery. They fixed me up, knocked me out. Oh, it felt so good. When I woke up from that, oh my god. Breaking my leg did not feel good, but fucking waking up from anesthesia felt good. If you've never been in a surgery, like where you had to be knocked out, they basically put a mask on your face and they like pump laughing gases. I don't even remember falling asleep. I can't even tell you what it's like. It's like sleeping better than a baby. Like you were sleeping inside of the womb, like type of thing. I woke up and I couldn't even open my eyes. Like, I slept so good. I was kind of like those people in the dental videos where they'd be like when they wake up. But yeah, after that, I got out of the hospital, but like in shambles, right? They gave me some free crutches. I took a 2-week break off of school. Then when I got back, I had rented a wheelchair because crutching around was actually still, what the hell? Oh, I was covering the camera, that's why. Okay, yeah. I came back in a wheelchair because crutching was actually still pretty hard. Balancing everything on my good leg, which was my right leg, I broke my left leg. Balancing everything on my right leg while not being able to use my left leg at all was actually still pretty hard. So I used a wheelchair, used crutches at home, used that for about 2 weeks, and then I just got off. I got off the wheelchair and I got on the crutches. A little bit of progress, right? And then one day, about a couple weeks later, I stopped using crutches. Like, bro, I feel like I have some superhuman like healing abilities, bro. Like, I got off my crutches, what was it, like 4 or 5 weeks into healing? I still had a pretty bad limp though. But now I have no limp. I can walk around however I want. So at least I'm not recording my videos in a wheelchair. That's why I didn't record no videos for so long. I'm not trying to fucking be in a wheelchair trying to be like, okay guys, today we're 1v1ing LeBron James. Like, no, bro. I was waiting. I forget I can record videos with my phone. I can record like more videos and stuff now. I'll try to think of some ideas. People have given me a few ideas. I posted on my story on my Instagram. You should follow my Instagram, by the way. I'll link it in the description. You can DM me video ideas or whatever. People gave me a few ideas. Might talk about it in the next video. Might make a Q&A or something, so you can ask me some questions in the comment. Bro, I don't need to tell you. You know where to ask me stuff. I guess that's everything. Wow. I broke my leg, and it didn't even take me that long to talk about it. It's dark as hell, and I'm in a dog park, which means I gotta walk through dog shit, but I can't see the dog shit. I got the flashlight, but okay, wish me luck. I don't care. That wraps it up for this video. That was my story. Some of you in real life may know this already, but it was a little bit more in depth for you guys. See you guys in the next video. Bye.